It all starts with a Ford F-150 making a desperate break for freedom. Why? That's anyone's guess. But let's be real, nobody pushes a truck this hard just to avoid a speeding ticket. Our trooper, sitting on the side of the road like a lion waiting in the tall grass, spots his prey. The second that truck blazes past, the trooper whips his cruiser onto the road, smoothly flipping around and locking onto the suspect like a heat-seeking missile. Now, we've seen plenty of people try their luck against the Arkansas State Police, but this guy, he's about to find out just how fast bad decisions catch up to you.
Complexes here in Greenland. I've got Greenland and CID. Coming back out to 71. Traffic's medium the line, northbound 71. TBI rollover 1016. Hey.
At around 80 miles per hour, the trooper makes his move. A precise hit to the rear quarter panel sends the F-150 spinning out of control.
This chase didn't just start wild, it started with style. A 16-year-old kid stole a BMW X5 and took off down the interstate. Say what you want about him, but one thing's clear, he had taste. Out of all cars, he picked BMW. Police officers spotted the stolen BMW cruising down I-96 and tried to pull it over. But the kid behind the wheel wasn't having it. He floored it, flying past cars at over 120 miles per hour, swerving like he was in a video game.
Coming down the ramp.
Going into the city. Left lane, you almost lost.
5043. I think you just ran the sheriff car. Yeah, 13's with him. It's like, I'll call it 35. He's going over Spencer. He's going over Spencer. 13 is after everybody back on. 5040 go. Yeah, he's ringing for you now. Going westbound. Back on ticket. Yeah, about 3 cars out of this comes. 5049. Crash. He just rear-ended the vehicle. Black edge. Rear-ended black edge. Alright, shoulder, rear-ended. We're still continuing westbound. Clear rear-ended. Just threw a gun out. Just threw a gun out, 5045. Gun out. Right at the westbound on-ramp. Number right. Units, be advised, I'm on with Ingham right now. They're trying to get you sticks. They said this vehicle was involved in a retail fraud out of Dixon Oakman's earlier. Up on the shoulder, Fowlerville. Trying to get back to the expressway. They're back along the expressway. Yeah, we're up on the shoulder now, back. I'm starting approaching another intersection. Just got on the car, another car on Jolly.
The 16-year-old behind the wheel was taken into custody on the spot. The other 4 passengers, aged 15 to 18, were also arrested. One even had an active warrant waiting, and honestly, doing stuff like this at that age? That's just crazy. On February 7, 2022, troopers clocked a black Chevy Malibu speeding at 91 miles per hour on Interstate 85 near Buford Drive. When pulled over, the driver, later identified as Corianna Lewis, gave a fake name. She probably thought a little lie would buy her time. But when a supervisor showed up, she slammed the gas and turned a traffic stop into a high-speed pursuit. Lewis pushed the Malibu to over 130 miles per hour, weaving through traffic and using the shoulder to get around cars. She flew off the exit at Sugarloaf Parkway, ran a red light, and kept pushing through heavy traffic with zero regard for anyone else on the road. Lewis tried a wide U-turn on Old Peachtree Road near a school zone, but the trooper moved in and rammed the Malibu onto the sidewalk, ending the chase in seconds. Moments later, the car ignited and firefighters rushed in to secure the scene. Lewis was checked by EMS and taken to Gwinnett County Jail. With felony fleeing, reckless driving, and multiple other charges, she's now facing years behind bars. On February 8, 2022, a trooper tried stopping a Chevrolet Cavalier on U.S. Highway 65 for a cracked windshield, no seatbelt, and a busted taillight. The driver, Edward Amos Kastner, hit the gas instantly, jumping back onto the highway and climbing past 105 miles per hour. Just like that, the chase was on.
12, we're northbound from West Ridge. Traffic's light, so I'm going to try to wait for you to get here with me.
10-4, I'm at Tower Road right now. Leaders in the vehicle.
He's traveling the wrong way, Harrison. He's northbound and southbound lanes.
Kastner dove into a residential area, splattered mud across a patrol car, and then came back onto 65 driving north in the southbound lanes. Trooper Josh Valentin took over, clearing traffic and staying locked on Kastner as he bounced between roads completely out of control.
Or if I get cleared, I'm going to pit. Northbound traffic's very light.
Your speed.
Speed's approximately 105.
Harrison, that's what.
Go ahead.
You will keep me informed of your location. You're not showing up on the thing.
That's important.
You close to city or town of any kind?
Harrison, I pit him.
The chase ended with a brutal Arkansas-style pit as Kasner tried entering Highway 65 the wrong way again. Valentin tapped the Cavalier at nearly 100 miles per hour and the car slid, rolled, and slammed onto its roof. The impact was so violent that Kasner was brutally ejected from the car, thrown onto the ground as troopers rushed in. The passenger ran but was caught, and investigators later ruled the pit fully within policy. Kasner survived and was ultimately convicted of felony fleeing and given 24 months probation.
On May 18th, 2022, just before 10:20 a.m., the streets of North Little Rock were about to witness a high-speed chase that would end in tragedy. The chase began on Interstate 30 East as a Toyota 2017 model speeding through the left lane was spotted by Arkansas State Police. The driver, 24-year-old Marcus Scott Jr. from Jacksonville, Arkansas, was fleeing from law enforcement at dangerously high speeds.
Yeah, what kind of stand was Little Rock and North Rock? Broadway.
We weren't aware of anything. What's going on?
Snake lane's in that pursuit up 30 eastbound, come out of Broadway to the Silver's
You know for that copy?
State's still 100.
Medium traffic, no, no.
Coming up to Curtis Sykes.
Curtis. Pastor Sykes at 100. Ten 4, north interchange?
Yeah, 10-4.
The chaos was hard to watch as the vehicle rolled over multiple times, and Marcus was ejected from the vehicle, having failed to wear a seatbelt.
On September 23, 2022, Indiana State Trooper Justin Baumeister spotted a red Chevrolet Camaro moving through traffic with that "he paid for the V8 so he owns the road" energy, speeding and cutting lanes near the Portage exit. When the trooper attempted a stop, the driver jumped onto the shoulder and took off, turning a routine traffic stop into a pursuit.
Just had a red Camaro take off that thing, 15.8. Westbound. A from the 15.3. 110 heavy truck.
What is it wanted for?
Traffic. 14.8. Medium traffic. Heavy traffic. Right lane.
District 13 area station, 1335, 2, ID westbound, 14.8, ID westbound, 14.8, right at Chevrolet Camaro, right Chevrolet Camaro, Phaser 110.
Well, 1050, 1050. Start 1052. 14.0.
The Camaro tried threading through heavy traffic, but the luck ran out near the 14.1-mile marker. The driver lost control, hit the guardrail, and then crashed into an innocent driver.
Let me see your fucking head! Let me see your fucking head!
The trooper stayed at the scene to render first aid while the Camaro still fled the crash, dragging its rear bumper, making the situation even worse. Gary police later found the Camaro abandoned near 11th Avenue, and the driver ran until Trooper Chagola caught him and ended it with a taser after warnings. Then came one of the most unbelievable excuses imaginable, making the situation even worse for him.
How you running for, huh? Because why?
He's trying to kill me right now!
Who?
I swear to God!
Who tried to kill you?
This dude named Debo! Stop resisting! I'm not, I promise I'm not. This dude named Debo. I swear to God, they tried to rob me. Y'all not listening.
You're the fucking police. Why don't you stop for us, huh?
Because they around us still!
They want to buy you fucking from me.
No, the people that are trying to kill me are still around here.
Marcellus Thomas Woods Jr., 21, was arrested for resisting law enforcement with a vehicle, level 6 felony, leaving the scene of an injury crash, reckless driving, and never being licensed, a stack that can mean years if the felony sticks. In Georgia, the highway is a hunting ground, and Trooper Matthews is the apex predator. He's the guy with a legendary zero-loss record. If you run from him, you're just a future arrest report waiting to be typed. On February 3rd, 2024 at 2:46 a.m., Matthews spotted a gray Nissan GTR, the twin-turbo beast known as Godzilla, racing a Dodge Charger side by side on GA 400. While most people see a 600 horsepower supercar and think impossible, Matthews just saw his next target. He flipped the blues, and the driver, Patrick Lee, made the catastrophic mistake of thinking he could outrun a legend.
He don't know how to apex. Get into 85, stand by, gonna try to pit. Alright, got too close to the wall for me to commit to it. We're connectors, or excuse me, 85 south, 85 south. Back in on this thing a little loose. Alright, he made it through, coming up to Cortland. Stand by, he's trying to swerve off here at Cortland. Made it on to Cortland, off at Cortland. We got to get him stopped here pretty quick. Coming up to the red light intersection clear, fresh green. My GPS come unplugged.
Here you drive.
Left. Back to the interstate, We're going to be coming out right here at the HOV ramp. Clear. HOV ramp to connector south. Connector south, be coming up to 20.
What's this, connector?
Yeah, we're still on the connector, coming up to Cleveland.
Still on the connector, coming up on Cleveland. Left lane.
Tell Cleveland in a mile.
Cleveland in a mile.
I see all glass, I'm coming up.
Going 85 south, going 85 south.
85 south.
Nope, hold on. Nope, 75 south.
What is it?
75 south.
75 south.
He swerved off.
There's a Nissan GTR.
Unsuccessful pit.
The chase hit a fever pitch as they screamed onto Interstate 285. Pushing your car to a heart-stopping 160 miles per hour is one thing, but looking in the mirror and seeing a GSP cruiser still glued to your bumper at those speeds is a terrifying feeling. Lee pushed the GTR to its absolute limit, hitting 175 miles per hour through the Riverdale runway tunnel. At those speeds, one wrong move and it would take the EMS crew the rest of the night to pick your parts up off the asphalt.
There's not. They get further and further more.
All right, right shoulder. He almost losing it in the curves. Still right shoulder, coming up to flat shoals. Atlanta, my car's giving up on me. My car's giving up on me. It's dying. He's coming up to the Union City exit. Definitely gonna lose him as fast as he's going.
Just as the pursuit reached its peak, Matthews' patrol car suffered a flat tire, forcing the legendary trooper to finally back down. But Ellie's luck ran out just miles later when he slammed into a raised median, disabling his supercar. He tried to act casual by walking into a gas station with two buddies, but Union City police were already waiting. When Matthews finally arrived, he found Lee smelling like a Buckhead bar with bloodshot eyes. He traded his Godzilla for a seat in the Clayton County Jail, facing 1 to 5 years for felony fleeing and DUI. A nose full of white powder and a terrible idea are a guaranteed recipe for highway chaos. This absolute madness kicked off when a heavily intoxicated suspect decided to casually hijack a white Chevrolet Corvette right from a local gas station. Unfortunately for him, Arkansas State Police were already locked, loaded, and waiting. The moment this high-stakes joyride spilled onto Interstate 40, a deep stack of 5 ASP cruisers formed up in his rearview mirror. Fueled by cocaine and pure panic, the reckless driver mashed the accelerator, letting that roaring V8 engine push the stolen supercar to a terrifying 130 miles per hour. With the Corvette bottled up, the desperate driver tried to aggressively swerve right alongside the massive 18-wheeler. He almost ended up getting completely run over by the heavy truck. A fatal squeeze he somehow managed to survive. But while he escaped the semi's tires, he definitely didn't survive the brutal pit maneuver that came next. You would think wrecking the ride and being pinned by a cruiser would be a solid hint to surrender. But the guy was so high on powder, he clearly had no clue what was going on, casually telling the cops to hold up while blindly mashing the gas pedal. Fortunately, ASP had a furry little alarm clock ready to help. Troopers sent a K9 flying through the busted window, and surprisingly, a face full of police dog did absolute wonders for snapping him back to reality. After wrestling the K9, Christopher Najera was dragged to the pavement. A search turned up loose ammo and a wallet stuffed with cocaine-laced cash. Following a quick hospital detox, Christopher Najera was thrown into the county jail to face a massive list of felonies, including theft by receiving extreme fleeing and DUI. Our viewers know well that motorcycle chases can be very dangerous, and this cocky biker almost ended 2 officers' lives that day. On September 24th, 2022, Bryant police tried to stop a blue motorcycle with no visible plate, but the rider took off and pulled everyone into a high-speed nightmare.
Broke speed is 110. Is there any way we can patch you in the front, Jim?
The biker was flying over 120 miles per hour on Spring Hill, crossing the double yellow and blasting through oncoming traffic at insane speeds. Arkansas State Police stepped in, with Trooper Foreman taking the lead, while Bryant officers Tree Davis and Tanner Peck stayed in the chase behind him. Nearly 15 units were trying to shut this reckless biker down.
Alright, I'm 1022. I don't know where it went. Either took Hillville or went over Well, I'm from there, you know.
The chase punished the wrong people. At around 110 miles per hour, the patrol unit lost control, left the road, and slammed into a tree so hard it was ripped apart, basically split in half. Part of that wreckage even struck another vehicle, but no one in that car was injured. Based on the footage, it's honestly a miracle Trey Davis and Tanner Peck survived. Davis spent about 5 months recovering, returned to duty, and later became an Arkansas state trooper. In Macomb County, Michigan, troopers were tracking a gold Jeep tied to a retail fraud and felonious assault case out of Utica. The suspect, Joseph Lee Jackson, had already rammed a Utica patrol car multiple times before that chase was terminated. When Michigan State Police spotted the Jeep flying down 32 Mile Road, Jackson hit the gas again. He crossed the center line, passed cars in a no-passing zone, and the moment lights came on, the chase was on.
Still eastbound. What's your location? Still eastbound. You're not back. Yeah, eastbound. You're not back. That's it, sir. What? You better log in traffic light. Going from 33, you can show me around as well on the eastbound 94.21 mile. Okay. He's out eastward. He's crashed. He's out eastward. He's crashed. He's out eastward.
MSP units closed in fast and dropped spike strips ahead of Jackson's path. He hit them at full speed, shredding his tires immediately. Jeep lost all traction, slid off the pavement, and rolled multiple times, throwing Jackson out of the vehicle in a violent ejection. He survived, but troopers handed him straight to Utica PD for the original felonies, with MSP adding felony fleeing, resisting and obstructing, and driving while suspended. If he is convicted on all charges, Jackson could be facing up to 8 years in prison, depending on how Michigan stacks the felony fleeing and resisting counts. On January 31st, 2026, a white Dodge Durango RT fled a traffic stop and even managed to outrun one Arkansas State Police unit. A short time later, Trooper William Rourke spotted the SUV entering Interstate 40. The driver, a heavily intoxicated female, was clearly impaired and reckless, and the chase was on.
Yeah, we're taking pictures of the northbound side. Okay. Are you too far?
The Durango may weigh like an elephant, but it's very fast. She pushed close to 100 miles per hour. Then it turned bad. Trooper Rourke lost control and slammed into a metal barrier, then a concrete wall. She kept pushing. Within minutes, 6 more ASP units joined to stop her before someone else got hurt. Troopers timed a clean pit on the interstate and the Durango came to a stop. The driver stumbled out, resisted briefly, and looked completely out of her mind.
Open the door! Open the door!
Open the door!
Open the door! Watch them. Make sure their hands are up. Open the door!
Are you gonna kill me?
Open the
You're
door.
Gonna kill me.
Open the door.
You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me.
Put your hands right
You're
here.
Gonna kill me.
Put your hands
You're
right
gonna
here.
Kill me. You're gonna kill
Do not move.
You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me. Oh my God! Y'all wanna back?
She was taken into custody, and her passenger admitted she had taken unknown drugs just hours earlier and suddenly went crazy.
At 10:25 p.m. on December 4th, 2022, officers spotted a vehicle with a suspended driver's license and observed it crossing a solid white lane. When the officers tried to initiate a traffic stop on South University Avenue, the driver had other plans. Rather than pulling over, the car sped off, weaving through traffic and blasting through red lights like a man on a mission.
Next behind us, I can't rock. Speed probably about 110. Light traffic.
After 15 minutes of adrenaline-fueled pursuit, just when it seemed like this chase might never end, the master himself arrived. Trooper Bird, cool, calm, and calculated, pulled up and positioned himself for the perfect moment.
Where are you? Watch your crossfire.
On August 18th in West Allis, Wisconsin, police located a stolen Kia using flock cameras and attempted a stop, but the driver took off. Behind the wheel was a 14-year-old with 2 15-year-old passengers, weaving through traffic like it was nothing. At an age where most kids are worried about school, these kids were worried about how to outrun the police.
South on 60. West Allis in pursuit of a stolen red Kia. South on 60. Speeds are only like 50 right now, crossing Lapham. Hold on, due diligence here. Whoa. Watch. Passing Mitchell. Keep going. Coming up to the red at Burnham here. Speeds are 60, signaling to go east. No, continuing south. Slow down. Go. Coming up to Beloit. Speeds aren't that bad. 60. Traffic will be 60.
Or traffic condition.
Traffic is medium. We're right behind it. There's no pedestrians. It's passing in the bike lane here, but nothing crazy. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Okay, keep going, keep going. Southbound from Cleveland, we're gonna have to, is anyone close to us? They hit a car, doesn't look serious here at 6 over. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Going through the Walgreens parking lot here, go. Just driving through the Walgreens parking lot here, coming up to, I think, gonna be 6-1 northbound from Oklahoma. Go, go, go. The car's smoking pretty good here. Speeds are still only like 50, going northbound on 6-1, coming back up to Cleveland.
The chase got even crazier when the Kia suddenly caught fire mid-pursuit. But the teen driver did not stop. Flames were coming from the car while it was still moving, and at one point, the suspect nearly hit a police cruiser trying to escape.
Going through a construction zone here, on the Kinnikinnick, east on Kinnikinnick. 702, I'm behind it. Continue to call it out for me. Eastbound on Kinnikinnick from 6-8. Go. You're good. Lots of flames underneath.
The burning Kia finally gave out, and all three teens jumped out and ran, but officers caught them almost instantly. The 14-year-old driver and the two 15-year-olds were taken into custody and processed through the juvenile system on charges tied to a stolen vehicle and fleeing police. Imagine making felony-level decisions at 15. Hard not to wonder where that path leads in 10 years.
It could have been just a normal traffic stop, but the driver had other plans. He hit the gas, and just like that, a high-speed chase was on. Another Arkansas State trooper quickly joined in and took the lead. What followed was chaos on wheels. The suspect was clocked at 140 miles per hour, weaving through traffic, dodging semi-trucks and compact cars like it was a video game.
268, he's passed on the right shoulder. Got a truck trying to block him here. About to cross overpass right now.
What can you tell about the occupant?
I just see one person so far. There's a pickup, slowed him up. I'll try to get inside him here. I see ya.
21, he's about to pass you on the right shoulder. He's coming up on the right.
Right there. I'll call it. We're 273, 26 is behind them. I can get him now, it's good. In the median.
At 114 miles per hour, the trooper executed a devastating Paitee maneuver. The car lost control, flipped multiple times, and landed upside down on the shoulder. Just like that, the chase was over. Sergeant Nowhere was cruising through his usual patrol when a driver caught his eye. Something was off. Before he could even flick on his lights, the car suddenly whipped into a U-turn and bolted. For a split second, he locked eyes with the three people inside. It would be the last time anyone saw them alive. chase ended in tragedy. All 3 passengers were either killed on impact or succumbed to their injuries shortly after. After a thorough investigation, officers were cleared of any wrongdoing.
Are we going to want Carter to take pictures with them in it, or
nothing right now?
Just after 1 a.m. on I-20 near Bill Kennedy Way, Trooper Swain clocked a gray BMW 640i doing 110 miles per hour in a 65. But when the lights came on, the driver mashed the gas, jumping to 137 miles per hour. What started on the interstate was about to turn into pure chaos in downtown Atlanta. Trying to shake the troopers, suspect bailed off the interstate and cut through 17th Street into downtown. A desperate move, but with a BMW at high speed in city traffic. That's a deadly combo.
Clear, clear, clear. Clear left, clear right. I can see clear left. I can see clear right.
North southbound spray coming.
There's southbound on spring.
Alright, it slows down in the intersection. Stand by. Stand by.
Trooper lined up the BMW and hit it with a solid PIT. BMW crashed into multiple cars before finally stopping on Linden Avenue. Just like that, the joyride was over. On December 16, 2021, a Georgia trooper tried pulling over a Honda on GA13 for a simple phone violation. But the moment those blue lights lit up, Carlton McDonald panicked, swung into the gore, and punched it. Just like that, a full-blown chase was on.
Oh yeah, they're very.
McDonald drove like the city was his personal obstacle course. Shoulders, ramps, wrong lanes, even bounced off a van. Troopers tried setting up for a pit twice, but traffic was slammed. The chase ended when the trooper slid in and dropped a clean pit, whipping the Civic into the wall and folding it up. And honestly, trying to outrun GSP in a stock Civic is top-tier stupidity. Carlton then pulled the classic fake tough move. Crawling into the back seat like that would magically make him not the driver. The moment troopers grabbed him, all that street talk vanished and it turned into call my parents, call my mom. Inside the Civic, officers found a handgun, bagged weed, stolen cards, almost 900 cash, and a card scanner. With charges piling up, Carlton's looking at 10 to 15 years if it all sticks. On July 2nd, 2023, a father chose to run on Interstate 30 East near mile marker 84, with two little girls ages 7 and 4 strapped in the back. He didn't just flee police, he dragged his kids straight toward an encounter with Arkansas state troopers where high-speed chases don't end softly. This was the kind of run that leads to a violent highway speed pit.
1037 with a black Escalade out of Tennessee, 4-door Frank, type 16, BBF 9. We are eastbound at the 85.
You got another hit, Joe.
It's pitted out.
The ASP trooper had no idea children were in the vehicle when he executed a perfect pit at roughly 117 miles per hour. The impact was brutal. The SUV flipped, went upside down, and landed hard in the ditch. The crash was violent enough that it's honestly a miracle the kids survived.
Hot Springs, a white male just fled in foot. I can't give chase to him. There's some juveniles, small juveniles that have just crawled out.
At speeds like that, we've seen far worse. The driver ran into the woods and left them behind, injured from the rollover. The next day, troopers tracked driver down and arrested him, putting an end to a run that should have never included kids in the first place.